Big 12 Radio, talking University of Houston basketball, the two-time defending Big 12 champion with King McClure and James Westling. I'm Ari Temkin. Kelvin Sampson is our guest. How are you, Coach?
I'm good, guys. Good to be with you this afternoon.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Great to be with you. It's great talking hoops with you. But you've got a dog in your lap right now, and we were just talking with a couple of your players about Lady and Roxy, the two dogs you have around the program.
Yeah, well, actually, it's a puppy.
Puppy.
Yeah, puppy. You got to get the dog lingo down there. Dogs are old. Puppies are puppies. If you notice, puppies' noses are always cold. That's why she's got her nose in the crook of my arm.
You are
See
the
that?
puppy whisperer.
Yeah, you got to know the little puppies. Now, you gotta be careful about puppies. Sometimes they can grow up to be something else. But if you love them, if you really love them, they'll love you back, and they'll be the most loyal companions you've ever had. I remember you lose a game, and everybody's losing their friggin' mind. My little dog Fajita, I could always count on her. She was always there.
You know, this is so fascinating because you're a really tough and really passionate coach.
Yeah, I look like
and now, I mean, you're sitting next to me, and you know, you have this cute little dog in your lap, and I love the versatility.
Yeah.
But where does this come from?
You know, when I was 5, my mother's parents lived on a farm, and back then we didn't have fancy names for them. I don't even know if they had this. This was a Labradoodle. I doubt they had Labradoodles in the 50s and 60s. But they had, and if you had a beagle, it had to be a certain kind of beagle. So I had a rabbit dog. But you know what I named my rabbit dog?
What?
Cannonball. Come on now.
Why?
Come on.
Please elaborate, Coach.
I got Cannonball when I was 5 years old, and by the time he passed away, he was on a salt-free diet, distilled water. He was blind, and he passed away when I was 21. So I had him for 16 years.
Wow.
Oh man.
And then the year I was recruiting in Eduardo Najarra, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
I got this Mexican Chihuahua. It's got to be a sign. Come on, Eduardo.
And you named him Fajita?
Named it Fajita. But how about this? I had Fajita for 20 years.
Wow.
I know how.
You know how to
take
care
care
of
of the dog.
You preserve their lives for
Yeah.
real, Coach. You get every ounce of that dog.
My dog Roxy sleeps with me at night, and she loves to bow up. You know, she'll find which way. If you're sleeping with your back to her, she'll bow up on your back. But if you're sleeping with her stomach to her, she'll bow up on your knee. So.
She's a relentless rebounder.
Yeah, I mean, they just need that touch. They need contact. That's dogs. You need to be good to dogs, and I don't like people that get dogs that don't. We had a guy that, for an NBA team, that went on a 6-day road trip, left his 2. I'm not going to say the name because I might give him out. Left his 2 dogs outside in 18-degree temperature.
Oh wow.
That guy should have never been allowed to buy a dog.
No.
You know, so. But let's get back to. This is Philippe, right? Philippe's perfect. I might have put Philippe in my backpack.
You develop dogs, puppies. You
Yeah.
develop players too.
Yeah.
At Houston, you've got a squad this year. So much veteran leadership. How's that veteran mix of freshmen on this team as well? Where's the chemistry at in the off season?
I think you work on it. It's not an end result. You know, last year we started off 4-3. I don't remember the 4 wins, but we had a 5-point lead against Auburn on November 9th and got beat. Then we went to Vegas and played Alabama. Now both those teams were really good, but we had a 6-point lead on Alabama at under 4 timeout, and had a chance to win it at the buzzer and lost. So we lost overtime. The next game, we played San Diego State. A bunch of stuff didn't go right. We didn't play very well, but give them credit. They outplayed us. Lost that one too. So we came back 4-3. There was no chemistry. And we had 4 starters back. Don't ever think that chemistry has anything to do with anything other than shared adversity. It took 3 losses to get our chemistry. Because sometimes the more you win early, you're just delaying the inevitable, which is you guys come get Philippe. Philippe's tripping.
Hey, come get this dog.
Yeah, I mean, I just, Philippe, I think my voice, she's trying to sleep, and I'm here talking in her ear. Give her a blanket. But I think teams that have the best chemistry have weathered some storms, and weathered some adversity, which you're going to have. It's always been amazing to me how people react to losses in November. Unbelievable.
Truly.
It's unbelievable. You've got 6 months left, and they're focusing on. And think about these scrimmages.
Right. It's ridiculous.
We had a scrimmage Saturday. Chris Beard's one of my best friends. We scrimmage each other every year for 11 years. I played 13 guys the first half. 13. We let 13 guys. You know why I let 13 guys play? That is the only game we're going to have all year
They can play all.
where they can play as much as I want them to play. And those kids have busted their butts from June, July, August. And you're telling me we got to go to a scrimmage and worry about how good we play as a team? I don't care about that. Now, when you're a young coach, you worry about stuff that just ain't that important. But as an older coach, the minutes those guys got the first half is going to keep them locked into practice probably for another week. And then we played Mississippi State in a exhibition game on Sunday. It's an exhibition game. I may let them play again. Am I supposed to try to win and win by a certain score? Is that what it's come down to now? We're sitting here evaluating something that we have no idea about because we didn't go to the game, but we saw the score. It's amazing where our game has evolved.
Oh, you're 100% correct. So let's talk basketball strategy from a standpoint of last year when you have a guy like L.J. Cryer who could go get you a bucket at any moment. Then there was other times where Javon Roberts, you throw it to him in the mid post. He really evolved his game to be a consistent scorer, and not just a scorer, but he was a threat. So a lot of teams sent doubles at him. When you lose 2 players like that, and now you have to make up those holes, how do you, as a coach, or who on your team, can fill those holes and fill those voids in what you lost with LJ and J1?
Well, the easy answer is I've got a lot of experience. Remember the year before we went to the Big 12, when the narrative is, how are you guys going to make the adjustment to Big 12? How are you going to do this in Big 12? Big 12, Big 12, Big 12. What nobody ever asked me was, how are you going to replace the number 8 pick in the draft in Jarris Walker and the number 25 pick in the draft in Marcus Sasser? Nobody ever asked me that question. They just want to know how you're going to do in the Big 12. Well, we're going to put 5 guys out there now. The rules require it. We're going to have 5 guys, and then we're going to have a bench. So Jarris goes to the NBA, Marcus goes to the NBA, and before that, it's like, how in the world are you going to replace Quentin Grimes? How in the world are you going to replace Quentin Grimes and Fabian White, and Josh Carlton, Kyler Edwards? So when I say I've got a lot of experience at it, I do. I have to replace somebody every year. So for this team, I don't ever replace players. Now, here's the way I look at it. I look at our team as a whole and say, how can we function at the best in the best possible way with what we have? Since practice started, now in June, I thought a lot about J1 because I had him 6 years, and I thought about LJ's journey. But since we started practice in September, I haven't thought about those guys at all. Have I missed them? Not from a basketball standpoint. I got another team. And so next summer, I'm going to be losing somebody else. And if I'm back the following year, somebody else. So every year, you lose somebody good. Look at Bill. Every year, you're going to lose somebody. But it's the program is what's important. I've got Milos Uzan back. And I told Milos, if you can get a guaranteed contract, you should not come back to college. And then you'd be asking me how you're going to replace Milos. But we'd have a point guard. We're going to have a point guard, regardless of who it is. We lost Jamal Shed. How are you going to replace Jamal? Well, we got Milos. How are you going to replace Milo? I get asked the same stuff every year. We're going to have a good team. But we have Milos, we have Emmanuel, and we have JoJo. But we also have Ramon Walker and Mercy Miller and Chase McCarty and Ced Lott and Cordell Jefferson. How many teams in America has their entire bench back and didn't transfer? We've had 4 kids transfer in 11 years. How do you do that? It's not because of money. They make more money going to another school, but they choose to come back. That is our secret sauce, is our kids believe in this coaching staff, they believe in this basketball program, and they believe in each other. So when Jamal leaves, or Quentin leaves, or Marcus leaves, or Jairus leaves, or J1 leaves, or LJ leaves, we do that every year. The program is what stays. Players come and go. I've never had a team with 5 starters back. I've had 4 starters back, but I've also had teams where I've lost 4 starters. But we've built a great program. We've got 3 freshmen that they definitely have more weaknesses right now than talents or strengths, but that's what freshmen are. I mean, I watched them practice every day. They're not Kobe. I've yet to see a LeBron out there. They're 18 years old and made their reputations a lot on 60-year-old dudes that's got an acne problem that weighed 157 pounds. So I don't get overly excited about where somebody's rated or what somebody else said. I draw my own conclusions and I have my own judgments.
Last thing for me, clock strikes 0, buzzer sounds in San Antonio. What's the first thought in your mind?
How the hell we don't get a shot off? That's my first thought.
What was your second thought? Because I had the same first thought too.
Well, my second thought was I wish we'd got a shot off. That's my second thought.
Good luck this year, Coach. Hopefully you don't have a first or a second thought after the buzzer sounds the final game this year.
Well, you got to be really lucky. You know, everybody asked me about the Florida game. You have any idea how lucky we were to beat Duke?
Yeah.
You held them to 1 field goal the final 10 minutes of that game.
Think about that.
It was insane.
Yeah, we're playing Purdue in front of 21,000 Purdue fans. The score's tied with 2.7 seconds to go. We've got the ball inbounds in the baseline. Could have lost that game.
Yeah.
We're up 14 on Gonzaga, and it comes down to a 3-point game. Everybody focuses on one
Florida.
thing. Yeah. I mean, you got to be. Florida was down 8 to Texas Tech with 3-something to go.
Yeah.
You got to be lucky. It's not about being good enough. Is not good enough. You got to be lucky and good. And we were both, and we were good enough to win it all this year, but we didn't get a break at the end. And sometimes you give credit to the other team. So credit to Florida.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Kelvin Sampson, appreciate your time as always, brother. It's always great catching up with the great Kelvin Sampson here at Big 12 Basketball Media Days.